Hi friends, welcome. Come over to the Insight Timer app to be part of our live interactive experience together. See you soon. Hi everyone, welcome. Nice to be with you, Deborah. Good evening to you. I'm glad we get to practice together again. Hi Bree. Hi Jessica. All right, well, we will wait just a few more moments. And while we are waiting, why don't we have our sound test to make sure that the mic we're wanting to have functioning is the one that's working. Thanks, Yuna. Thank you for always doing that with me now. Hi, Maureen. Okay, so I'm just going to stand back here so we can make sure that you can still hear me clearly. Back here on the mat. Hello, hello. Welcome, friends. How's that sounding from back on the mat? Oh, I'm so glad, Bree. So glad you could make it. Okay, great. Glad it's sounding great. See if I can adjust this a little bit. Pulling my strap down. Greetings, Julia. Thank you. Wonderful. Hi, Anna. Okay, welcome. Let's take a breath together. Let's inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more breath. Inhale, exhale. Lovely. Thank you. If you are not on the Insight Timer app, I invite you to come to Insight Timer and be with us in our interactive experience. Well, pre and post practice, that is. For anyone that I'm getting to meet for the first time, my name is Selena Lael. We have these yoga asana sessions usually once a week, as well as an additional session where we are currently within a 5-week series of nurturing and cultivating a relationship with the soul. All are welcome to join, even if you've missed the first couple of sessions. Oh, awesome. Well, welcome. Thanks for saying hi. Yes, if you are here for the first time, if you're here and you'd like to say hi, please say hi. And especially if it's your first time, please give a little hello. It's wonderful to be able to be here and know who's here. I have many recordings here on the app. And for anyone who didn't see, I was able to extract the audio from our Soul series. And so our first one has been uploaded for anyone who is wanting the replay of that. We also have a group on the app called Love Heals All. And everyone is welcome to join us there to be part of this community and to keep some of the discussions that we have in our lives or anything that's maybe going on for you in your life kind of more alive or feeling more supported in your life. Hi, Robin. Thanks for saying hi. Hi, Naya or Nia. Welcome. Hi, Jen. Sparkle Magician. Yay. Welcome. Awesome. Awesome. So today's session is a yoga asana session. Asanas are the postures in yoga. Yoga is so much more than the physical practice that many of us in the West are exposed to. It is a full life path of ethics and ways of being to create harmony within ourselves, harmony in the world, and to know ourselves beyond the sense experiences, know ourselves beyond the mind, body, and emotions as something that is one with all of life. So today we focus on conscious breathing and the postures as a way to strengthen the body and also move energy all throughout the systems of the body. So we take care of ourselves on all levels. So, as a reminder, when I'm further away over on the mat, I can't see your comments. So, if something happens with the sound of the connection, feel free to just drop a slew of emojis into the chat, and that way I'll be able to see that you're trying to reach me. And yeah, I'll step back to the mat. This is a 60-minute practice that will begin after I finish our little intro here. I invite you to have a mat and any other props that you like to use or that you wish to use today. Blocks, blankets, bolsters. I generally don't lead session with props because not all of us have access to them in our spaces. Please, please, please honor your body. This is listed as intermediate, which might mean that it feels more challenging for some, but it's also because I don't break down all of the movements the way that I would in a more beginner style session. So anytime that you feel maybe less confident with the pose or you're not sure about it or something doesn't feel right, that's an invitation to just watch or maybe take a pose that does feel good in your body or just take a resting posture, whatever you need to do to make sure that you're honoring your body temple and taking care of yourself. This is my heartfelt invitation. Please honor you. It's not about looking like me. One of my favorite quotes is comparison is the thief of joy. So how can we be in our individual experience in this exploration of our relationship with ourselves? This is not about having to be flexible or having great abs or having to be any specific way or having to even be able to do all of the poses. This is about your relationship with your beloved self, with the body, with your whole internal world. This is about you with you. So, where can you find the honoring, the listening, the mindfulness in this movement inside and outside? All right. I think that's everything. Yes, I believe it is. So we'll begin our 60-minute practice now. If you need to leave early for any reason, I do invite that you take some time for Shavasana, the final resting posture for integration at the end. And I just want to make sure you can still see me and it looks like everything is good. Okay, great. Great. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but if I am, I'll remember at some point. We're going to begin today in Balasana, child's pose. So you can start by coming to all fours. Take the knees a little wider. Bring the big toes to touch. Sink the hips back to the heels. Walk your hands forward. The elbows can be bent. Relax the head toward the earth. Maybe it touches, maybe it doesn't. Breathe deeply and adjust however you need to so there isn't any pain in the knees here. For many, this is a comfortable resting posture, so I invite you to come to this anytime you like. And if it really doesn't feel like it's supporting you, then feel free to take a different resting posture if you choose to. Slow down the breath, start to deepen it. As you inhale, feel your belly and the back side of the body, belly, chest, low back, mid back, expanding with breath. And as you exhale, feel everything gently drawing in toward the midline and the hips relaxing down. Inhale, there's this expansion through the whole torso like a balloon expanding or a beach ball. Exhale, feel the body letting go. Take a few more conscious breaths like this. And if Ujjayi breath, Ujjayi pranayama is part of your practice, you can start to engage this ocean sounding breath. Consciously release any unnecessary tension, maybe in the arms, the neck, the legs, even the hands and the feet and the face. Feel the body softening. Beautiful. One more full breath here. On your next inhalation, use your hands to slowly press yourself up to sit on the heels. If sitting on the heels is uncomfortable, you're welcome to come to a seated position on the glutes. Sit tall, palms touch at the heart, chin is slightly tucked. Feel the tailbone relaxing down. We'll open practice with the sound of Om one time. Take a full deep breath in. Om. Bow your chin toward your chest, set your sankalpa, your intention. Wonderful. Open the eyes. Inhale, reach the arms wide, lift them up, reach up, palms touch. Exhale, hands to the heart. Beautiful. We're going to work a little bit into the core here to start to wake things up. If there's any pain sitting here on the heels, you may wish to try one or two blocks. Make some space between your heels so you can place the block just between the ankles and then come to sit on it. The idea here is we're elevating the hips so there shouldn't be any pain here. Well, so there may not be any pain here. So elevate yourself as high as you need to alleviate pain in the knees. And if you find that it's just not working, meaning there's still some sense of pain, even with the hips really elevated, maybe two blocks or a block and a blanket, then maybe just skip this or choose a variation that feels like it does work for your body. Draw the navel toward the spine, reach the arms up. So we're already starting to activate the core. And the core, of course, is not just the front of the body. This whole beautiful space is the core. Relax the shoulders down. Inhale. Exhale, hinge forward. Keep the back flat as long as possible. Keep the hips touching down toward the heels as much as you can. Release down. Draw the navel toward the spine. Press yourself back up. So inhale to come up. We'll exhale to come down. Keep the back flat as long as you can. And then allow the weight to come forward. Keep the hips as close to the heels as you can. We inhale to rise up. Really hug the navel toward the spine when you come up. See if you can keep the arms alongside the ears here. This is what is really going to start to wake up the back muscles. Great. The next time you come up, release the hands behind the back, interlace the hands, extend through the arms if possible. Draw the lower ribs in, draw the navel toward the spine, shoulders drop back and down. Inhale. Exhale, hinge forward. Keep the heels close to the glutes if you can. And then we'll rise up. And when we rise up and inhale, see if you can maybe take a little back bend here. Maybe the knuckles touch behind you. No pain in the back, though. If there's pain in the back, don't go there yet. So we exhale to move forward. We inhale to rise up, open the chest. Keep hugging the navel toward the spine so we're supporting the back. Beautiful. One more time on the inhalation. Open through maybe little back bend. Exhale, release the hands, rest them on the thighs for a moment. Roll the shoulders up and back a few times. Relax the face and the jaw. Rock the weight forward. Let's come to all fours, wrists beneath shoulders, knees beneath hips. Give a little pat out in your feet. You can flex the feet and then point them. Let's give a little bit of relief for the ankles and all that pressure that may have just been on them. Lovely. Hug the navel toward the spine. Again, here we're not dropping down and losing integrity in the core. Hug the navel in. We're going to play here a little bit with continuing to open the front side of the body and strengthen. Really root down through the hands. Creases of the wrists are parallel to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift the right foot up toward the sky. You can keep a bend in the knee. Exhale, bring the knee toward the nose. Inhale, up and back, lift up. Exhale, bring the knee in. Beautiful. One more. Inhale, exhale. Extend the right leg back, roll to the inside of the foot, kick your left leg out. See if you can touch down with the right sole of the foot. Reach the right arm up and over. Open through the right side body. For anyone who joins me for these practices, you probably know this is one of my favorite stretches because we do it often. It's just so good for the side body, even the psoas. Inhale, reach the right arm up, bring the hand down, bring the knees and the feet back in, rock the hips a little side to side. Second side, hug the navel toward the spine, balance yourself here. Inhale, reach that left leg up, exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. One more. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, extend the left leg back, roll to the inside of the foot, kick the right foot out a little here. See if you can touch the sole of the left foot down. Weight in the right hand, reach the left arm up and over. Shoulders pull away from ears. Breathe deeply. Inhale, left arm reaches up and then all the way down. Bring the knees and the feet in. Rock the hips a little side to side. Walk your hands a little further forward. See that the wrists are also in alignment with the shoulders here. So now they're not underneath, but they're still in alignment rather than being too wide or too narrow. There's this nice direct alignment here so that we can use the weight transfer through the bones rather than having to strain muscularly. Root down through the base of the index fingers and thumbs. Hug that navel in again. So rather than being here, hug it in. So we lengthen the low back, tuck the toes under. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Bend one knee at a time, stretch the backs of the legs. Heart presses back toward thighs. Continue to engage the navel toward the spine. Feel the inner elbows rolling forward so the shoulder blades start to move down the back. Very nice. Reach both heels back, hug the navel in. Feel the shoulders pulling up away from the ears. If the backside body is feeling really tight, you can always bend the knees here. Press the heart back toward the thighs. We'll take 3 slow, deep breaths. Feel the heels slightly pulling apart to activate the legs. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bend the knees to step or lightly hop to the top of the mat, fold forward here. Let's take an extra breath here in Uttanasana. Bring the fingertips to the shins, lengthen the spine, weight in the toes, Ardha Uttanasana, shoulders pull back. Exhale to fold forward. Press into the feet, option to bend the knees as you reach all the way up. Hug the navel in, palms touch. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, lengthen, palms touch. Exhale, swan dive forward, flat back if possible. You can always bend the knees. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step, or lightly hop back, high plank. Lower down knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. And then we'll come up cobra first. Pull the elbows back, keep them in close. Inhale, curl up through the upper spine. Keep the pubic bone in contact with the earth. Exhale, release down, tuck the toes under. Adho Mukha Svanasana. 3 slow, deep breaths. Can you say something kind to yourself? Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees to step or lightly hop to the top of the mat, fold forward. Inhale, half lift and lengthen, flat back, shoulders back. Exhale, fold. Option to bend the knees. Inhale, press into the feet, rise up, palms touch. Exhale, hands to the heart. And just a little refresher here. The reason we have this cue of being able to bend the knees, some of us are maybe newer to these kinds of exercises. And so we haven't really developed the core strength necessary yet. You might be really strong. You might even go to the gym regularly, but that doesn't mean you've necessarily developed all of the musculature that's needed for this kind of up and down movement with straight legs and all of this. So when we bend the knees, we are giving ourselves a little less of a strain coming up and down with this flat back where we really have to engage. There's a little more room for us to use the strength of the legs and the glutes to help us rise up or to help us come down rather than more of that weight in the back, engaging more of the core strength. So really honor your body. You're not a cooler or better or more spiritual person, if you strain your body trying to do something that it's not ready for. So let's be kind to this sweet body temple. Inhale, reach the arms wide, lengthen up. Exhale, swan dive forward, option to bend the knees. Inhale, half lift and lengthen, shoulders back. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step, or lightly hop back, high plank. You can choose whichever you wish here in your vinyasa. You may wish to come back down to Bhujangasana, or maybe you're choosing Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. We lower in Chaturanga, and then we roll forward onto the tops of the feet. The thighs are completely off the mat, and the chest reaches forward. So rather than doing this and crunching the low back, we stay really long, lifted, and reach the heart through. And then we make our way back to downward facing dog for 3 breaths. So as we move through these vinyasa transitions, I invite you to choose Bhujangasana Cobra or upward facing dog. And you are always welcome to skip the vinyasa altogether and just come to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees to step or lightly hop to the top of the mat, fold forward. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Bring the big toes to touch, heels are slightly apart. Hug the navel toward the spine. Sink the hips down. Inhale, Utkatasana. Drop the tailbone down, weight in the heels. You can keep the arms open here. Hug the navel in. Sink a little lower, drop the weight back into the heels. Inhale. Exhale, bow through center, fold forward. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. Exhale to fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step, or lightly hop back and move to your vinyasa. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Big toes touch. Inhale the right leg up and back. Bend the knees, stack the hips. Right foot falls behind. Lift the knee a little higher. Inhale, lengthen, square the hips. Option to stay here, or exhale, knee to nose, high plank. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, right elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, cross the body, left elbow. One more round if you wish. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, softly step the right foot through between the hands. Lower the back heel, back toes are slightly turned in. Hips are square to the top of the mat. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 1. Hug the navel toward the spine, drop the tailbone down. Breathe. Palms touch, maybe baby back bend as you look up. Inhale, open the arms wide, adjust your stance, widen your stance, and turn your hips so that the hips are now square to the left side of the mat. Back toes are still slightly turned in. Front heel aligns with the center arch of the back foot. Stick your booty up behind you. Tilt the tailbone down to lengthen the low back. Crown of the head is over the pelvis. Sink into the front knee. Virabhadrasana 2. Gaze is over right middle finger. Right knee gently presses out to the right. 3 more breaths here. Inhale to windmill the hands down, lift the back heel, step the right foot back, lower through your vinyasa. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Big toes touch. Inhale the left leg up and back. Bend the knee. Stack the hips. Foot falls behind. Lift the knee a little higher. Inhale, square the hips. Lengthen. Option to stay here. Or exhale, knee to nose, high plank. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, left elbow. Keep hugging that navel in. Inhale. Exhale, cross the body. One more round if you wish. Inhale. Exhale, forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right. Inhale. Exhale, softly step left foot through between the hands. Lower the back heel, hips are square to the top of the mat. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 1. Hug the navel in. Palms touch if you wish. Gaze is at the thumbs. Inhale, open the arms wide, lengthen your stance a bit, square the hips now to the right side of the mat, preparing for Virabhadrasana 2. Sink into that front knee, maybe ankle is below knee. Stick your booty up behind you, tilt the tailbone down, lengthen. Crown of the head is over the pelvis. This knee, oh, this is tight here for me, gently presses out. Arms are wide, gaze is over left middle finger for 3 breaths. Beautiful. Inhale to windmill the hands down, lift the back heel, move through your vinyasa, or just come to downward facing dog. Three slow, deep breaths in down dog. Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees to step or lightly hop to the top of the mat, fold forward. Big toes touch, heels are slightly apart. Sink the hips down, Uttanasana. Inhale, press into the feet, rise all the way up, palms touch. Exhale, hands to the heart. Beautiful. Utkatasana, sink the hips, weight in the heels, draw the navel in. Inhale, lift your chest a little higher. Exhale, bow through center. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, half lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step, or lightly hop back. Move through your vinyasa. Adho Mukha Svanasana, big toes touch. Inhale the right leg up and back. Bend the knee, stack the hips. Let's take a little wild thing here if you feel comfortable too. Bend the left knee, drop that right foot down behind you. Flip your hips up toward the sky and reach your right arm alongside the ear. Inhale, bring your right hand down, flip your hips back over, extend the right leg up and back. Exhale, knee to nose, high plank, only if you wish. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, right elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, cross the body. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, softly step the right foot through. Lower the back heel, windmill up, warrior two, hips square to the left side of the mat. Stick your booty out. Find that length. Sink down. Beautiful. Gazes over right middle finger. Inhale, reverse warrior. Back hand lightly touches the back leg. Exhale, extended side angle. Elbow to thigh, left arm over ear. Inhale to reverse. Stay low. Exhale to extend. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Beautiful, friends. Let's stay here an extra breath. Sink down into the hips. Shoulders away from ears. One more breath. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, straighten the front leg and walk the back foot in. Heel toe the back foot in. If you have a block here, this is a nice time to have a block. We'll take the block to the outside of the right foot and about a foot distance or so in front of it, maybe a little more. If you don't have a block, you can always keep your knee as bent as you need to reach down to the ground. And if that's just not feasible, as always, feel free to skip it or do something else of your choosing. So the hand is on the floor or on your block, whichever you choose. Hug your navel toward your spine. Rock your weight forward to stand on your right leg. Left foot is lifted. Now from here, let's start to open the hips. So start stacking the left hip on top of the right and flex the left foot. So pull your left toes up toward your left knee. Really activate this top leg. Then maybe with the hips stacked, lift the leg a little higher. Maybe start to open your chest toward the left side of the mat as well. Maybe reach the left arm up to the sky. The drishti is focused here, so the gaze is focused on one point on the floor, or maybe the wall to the left side of you, or maybe even up to the sky if you're really playing with your balance today. Breathe deeply, lift the leg a little higher. And then a moment of play here if you wish. Bend, see, I'm going to come off the block for this one. Bend your left knee if you wish and reach for the outside of the left foot And then maybe begin to kick the foot into the hand. It's okay to wobble, it's okay to fall. Lift the corners of the mouth if you really want to make this very advanced. Wonderful. If you have the foot, gracefully release it. Artichandrasana, balancing half moon. Bend that right knee, drop your left hip down. Bring both hands down to the block or the floor. With the hips squared, begin to lift the left leg up to the sky. Draw your forehead toward your right shin, standing splits. You can always play with balance here with one or both hands behind the right ankle. Keep dropping the left hip down, squaring the hips, but lift the leg up. Beautiful, friends. Bend the right knee. Gracefully step the left leg all the way back. Windmill up. Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale. Exhale, windmill down. Lift the back heel. Step the right leg back. Move through your vinyasa. Ooh, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Big toes touch. Inhale, left leg up and back. Bend the knee. Stack the hips. If you choose, we'll play with Wild Thing. Bend your right knee. Touch the left foot all the way down behind you. Flip your hips up and over. Left arm along the ear. Inhale. Reach that left arm all the way down. Flip the hips back over. Extend the left leg up. Option to exhale. Knee to nose, high plank. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, cross the body. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, softly step the left foot through between the hands. You can always take as many steps as you need. Lower the back heel. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Hips are square to the right side of the mat. Stick your booty up behind you. Tilt the tailbone down. Find this nice length. Sink down. Inhale, reverse warrior. Back hand lightly touches back leg. Left arm over ear. Exhale, extended side angle. Reach long through the right side body. Inhale to reverse. Stay low. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale, stay low. An extra breath here. Drop the shoulders down. Inhale. Exhale. Virabhadrasana 2. Straighten the front leg. Ha. Heel toe the back leg in. We'll prepare for Artichandrasana on the second side. If you have your block, again, block is to the outside of the left foot and about a foot distance or so, maybe a little further in front of your left foot. And again, if you don't have a block, you can always just work with the hand on the ground and keep this standing leg, this left leg as bent as you need it to be. Left hand to the hip, hug the navel toward the spine. Lift the right leg. Begin to stack the hips and flex the right foot. So really pull the right toes up toward the knee. So we're starting to activate this top leg and keep it stable. Stack the hips if they're not already. Find this length. Maybe the chest even starts to open up toward the right side of the mat. Maybe the right arm reaches up. Maybe you lift the leg a little higher. Keep flexing the foot. Activate the leg. Drishti's focus on the floor, the wall, or the ceiling. Breathe deeply. If you feel like there's any hyperextension in the standing leg, have a micro bend here. And then option to play if you wish. Bend the right knee, reach for the outside of that right foot, and then begin to kick the foot into the hand. Smile. And definitely smile at yourself if you fall. Gracefully release the foot if you have it. Artichandrasana. Right hand touches down, both hands to the ground or the block. Standing splits. Drop the right hip so the right hip is squaring with the left. Lift the right leg up. Forehead towards shin. Maybe one or both hands take a hold of the ankle. Keep hugging the navel toward the spine. Lift the right leg a little higher. Beautiful. Bend the left knee as gracefully as you can. Step the right leg back. Windmill up. Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale. Exhale, windmill down. Move through your vinyasa. Bhujangasana or cobra. Adho Mukha Svanasana. 3 slow, deep breaths. Hug the navel toward the spine. Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees to step or lightly hop to the top of the mat. Fold forward. Bring the big toes to touch. Heels are slightly apart. Hug the navel in. Sink the hips down. Reach the arms up. Utkatasana. Press into the feet to rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Beautiful, friends. Beautiful. Take the feet a little wider. Toes are slightly turned out here. Relax the tailbone down. Gently hug the navel in. Feel as if there's a thread lifting your spine up toward the sky. Arms alongside the body. Tadasana, mountain pose. Micro bend in the knees. Recall your sankalpa, your intention, and feel that in your heart, your mind, and every cell of your body. Slow your breathing down. Become aware of what's happening in your internal world. Can you be with your internal world with a sense of compassion rather than judgment or resistance? Can you meet yourself with compassion right now? Beautiful. Let's make our way down to the mat. Okay, fine. We'll do a vinyasa to go to the mat. I know. I was just going to sit, but you said you wanted to do another vinyasa. So, all right. I'm here to please you, right? Palms touch the heart. Inhale, reach the arms wide. Lengthen up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Draw the navel toward the spine. Inhale, half lift and lengthen, flat back. Exhale, fold. That's pretty bad if I'm laughing at my own jokes, right? Bend the knees, plant the palms, step, or lightly hop back. Move through your vinyasa or don't. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Bring the knees down. Come to sit on your bum. We're going to move into some back bending. If you're not really confident in your back bending, I invite you to watch this first and then just choose what you're going to do. We're going to start with bridge pose, Setu Bandha Sarvangasana, and then for anyone that feels really ready to, meaning you feel warm enough, you feel strong enough to play with it in yourself, then we'll move into full wheel. So we'll begin. Again, if you're not really familiar with this, I really invite you to watch first. Whenever we have weight on the neck, which we do in bridge pose or many other postures, we don't turn the head. This is a really easy way to injure the neck. So go ahead and stay seated and watch first if this is newer for you. I'm going to start by scooting down on my mat so that when I do choose to go up into wheel pose, I have some space for my hands on the mat. When you're on your back, we can start to find a nice position here by seeing if we can gently or roughly, your choice, no, really. If you can just brush the heels with the middle fingers. Brush the heels with the middle fingers. Now, not everyone has gorilla arms like me, so this may not be how your anatomy is built, but this is the general idea that we're going for here. We want some nice length and some spaciousness. The heels are in alignment with the hips, and the toes are just slightly turned in here. We have a tendency sometimes to have the knees fall out. So we have the toes slightly turned in, and when we come up into the pose, think about your knees staying closer together like this rather than splaying wide. Draw your navel toward your spine, press your low back down. And when you press your low back down, you'll feel your tailbone naturally tilts up toward the sky. So we start with this nice compression. From here, press into your heels, curl up through the low back, middle back, upper back. Option to stay here, or you can interlace the hands and tuck the shoulders underneath you so you have more lift in the chest, and then press into the feet to lift yourself even higher. Once you're here, maintain this lift, relax your glutes. The gaze is always up to the sky here, no turning the head. Breathe deeply. Lift yourself a little higher. Relax the glutes. Make sure the knees aren't splaying too wide here. And whenever you're ready to come down, move down through the same sequence that you came up, but just in reverse. So we slowly untuck the shoulders, release the hands, and then roll down the spine one vertebra at a time, all the way back down. Allow the knees to fall into each other, one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart. Breathe slowly and deeply. Notice if your mind's tendency is to go everywhere but be here with you. Meaning, is it thinking about what's happening next in your day or tomorrow or what happened before? And it's okay if it is, but let's lovingly start to train the mind to be here right now. Feel your body breathing, feel your heart beating, feel the air moving across your skin. Welcome your mind to this moment. The more we train the mind to be here now, the more we feel unbounded peace and inner freedom, even if circumstances are not ideal in our lives. Okay, so option to come up into bridge pose again if you wish, or if you're feeling open enough in the shoulders and in the belly and feeling strong enough to at least play with it. Yes, sometimes we build into the strength of a pose and the openness. Then we'll go into our full wheel pose if that's what you'd like to play with. So now I'll guide the full wheel option. Please be very mindful if you're choosing bridge to come up the same way we did last time. Press the low back down. And let's all find our nice foot position to start. So whichever pose you're doing, we'll find the same foot position. So again, heels are in alignment with the hips, feet are in alignment with the hips. Maybe you're able to brush the backs of your heels with your middle fingers. And the toes are slightly turned in here. If you are taking full wheel with me here, let's first just reach the arms up alongside the ears with the palms up to the sky. Feel this opening in the chest. And then bend your elbows and place your hands down so that your fingers are pointing what is this direction? I can't remember if that's the top or the bottom of the mat. Well, I guess it might be different because you all might be in different directions. So the fingers are pointing down toward the shoulders. Fingers are pointing down toward the shoulders. Now, for some of us, the elbows are really wide here. So let's see if we can start to bring the elbows in. So the fingers are pointing directly down. This may not be possible yet, but we can start to play with it. And then press into the feet to lift the hips up off the mat and press into your hands to come up onto the crown of the head. And now from here, see if you can bring your elbows over your wrists. Keep pressing down into your palms so you're not dumping a lot of weight into the neck. From here, toes are slightly turned in. Press into the palms to lift yourself up and maybe begin to straighten the arms. I invite you to take 5 more breaths here if you can. And if you'd like to transition to move a little deeper into the pose, you can come down to the top of the head and then walk your hands a little closer to your shoulders and then come up again for 5 breaths. Relax the head. Whenever you're ready to come down onto the top of the head first, and then slowly roll down. We'll all allow the knees to fall in toward each other, one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart. I invite you to refrain from hugging the knees into the chest. This is not ideal for the lumbar spine, at least from the anatomical training I come from. Close your eyes and just notice what's happening inside. Where do you feel energy moving, lightness, expansion? Wonderful. Bring the insides of the feet together so the legs come together and the feet come together. Open your arms out wide. You can always have them at a cactus if there's not enough room for the T. So again, whenever we do back bends, it's ideal not to immediately bend the spine in the opposite direction, although that's often what we feel like we'd like to do. So the alternative here to relieve maybe some of that tension in the low back is to twist. So we're still moving the spine, but we're moving it, we're rotating it rather than just moving it in the opposite direction. So lift your feet and allow your knees to fall over to the right. You're welcome to take whatever twist variation you prefer. Turn your gaze toward your left shoulder and breathe. Relax the glutes, the face, the tongue. Lovely. Slowly come back to center. You can press into your feet, lift your hips up, place them back down if you feel like you need a little bit of a reset here. And then just lift the feet. Allow the knees to fall over to the left, gaze is over the right. You can always close your eyes here. Slowly come up to center. Release the feet down. Hmm. Cross the left ankle over the right knee and gently flex the left foot so we are protecting the knee in this pose. Option to stay here if you already feel a stretch. Otherwise, lift the right foot, lift the hips, thread the arms through, and interlace the hands behind or in front of the right knee. Back of the neck is long. If you'd like to feel more of a stretch here, you can always rock your weight a little over to the right. Gently draw the right knee toward you and feel the left knee just gently pressing away. You can relax the right foot. Left foot slightly engaged to protect the knee, but the right foot can be relaxed. Relax any unnecessary efforting. Feel your body softening, even though there's some muscular engagement. Slowly release. We'll change sides. Extend the legs up to the sky. Let's roll through the ankles. Change directions. And this time, let's bring the feet down first. Then we cross the right ankle over the left knee, flex the right foot. Option to stay here or lift the foot and the hips, thread the arms through. Back of the neck is long. Left knee toward you, right knee gently presses away. And again, if you'd like to experience more sensation, you can play with rocking the weight toward the left. Release any unnecessary tension. It might even be mental tension. Can you give yourself permission to be just as you are, mentally, emotionally, and physically? Just practice accepting you fully. There's nothing wrong with you, nothing wrong with you. Slowly release. Ah, extend the legs up. Take the feet a little wider. Bend the knees. Allow the knees to be really wide and then reach up for the shins or maybe the outsides of the feet. If you have a hold of the feet are flexed, soles of the feet are up to the sky. Knees are splayed really wide here. Happy baby. Back of the neck is long. Rock a little side to side. Maybe the ankles come over the knees. Feel the space between your teeth. Relax your face. And if you'd like to intensify the sensation here, lift the corners of your mouth and your eyebrows. You can find stillness here for a couple of breaths if that feels good. Beautiful. Release the feet or the shins. Hug the knees in. Wrap your arms around. Maybe even take a hold of opposite elbows. Make yourself into this little tight formation here. Curl your spine up. Bring your knee toward your nose. Make yourself into a tight little ball. And then release. Extend the legs down the mat. Take the feet wide. Toes fall out to the sides. Arms alongside the body with the palms facing up. You may wish to tuck the shoulders under you. Feel that the shoulders opening a little more, and then really relax the body fully. Feel the weight of the body sinking down. Make any little adjustments that you need. Close your eyes. And then I invite you to find stillness and be in this stillness for the duration of practice. The thoughts pass like clouds in the sky, nothing to hold on to or process. Let the breath be however it is. Let yourself be. You are the observer of all of these sensations. You are not the sensations. And then even let that go, giving yourself permission to be. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on, guide your way home. Begin to deepen the breath. Feel this body temple breathing and slowly begin to move very slowly. Fingers, toes, wrists, ankles. Reach your arms up alongside the ears. Take a long stretch. Exhale through the mouth. Bend your knees and slowly roll over onto one side. And when you're ready, use your hands to come up to a seat with the eyes closed. Hold your heart. Hold your heart. We'll complete by offering the benefit of our practice to all beings. May all beings be happy, peaceful, and free in all of creation. Peace, peace, peace. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu 3 times. Om shanti, shanti, shanti. Inhale. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Such warmth in my heart and gratitude. Thank you for joining our community practice today. Mm. Thanks, friends. Sweet dreams, Deborah. Oh, thank you all. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your practice. I'll wait just a few moments in case anyone has anything they'd like to share. Oh, beautiful, my love. Oh, I love your picture hugging the tree. Our next time together is this coming Wednesday, at least in my time zone, where we're going to move deeper into our exploration and experience of nurturing our relationship with the soul. So come join us for that. It's been such a beautiful way to be together in community. Mm. Mm. What a gift. What a gift. Mm. Oh, wonderful, Ola. So nice. So nice to have you here. Oh, thanks, Bree. I don't see any donation from you. There seem to be ongoing things navigating that with the app. So maybe Yuna, I don't know if you can see if Ola's donation came through, but thank you, my love. Thank you all. Thank you so much for your donations, friends. They do support me. Your donations support me in my life to be able to come here and take the time to do this. And of course, it's not required. If you feel that freedom in your heart or your wallet, to give, I gratefully receive. And if that's not where you're at, that's totally okay. It's a gift just to be together also. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Well, I'll wait just another moment in case anyone is typing something. Oh, it's a nice morning. Aloha Friday morning practice for me. Mm. Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you for you. And thank you for being part of our community. And for anyone who didn't hear in the very beginning of our session, I was able to extract the audio from our previous soul series sessions that we've been having. And the first one was uploaded today. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Julia. Yes. And we have a group on the app, Love Heals All. It's just a nice way to be together and receive support, give support, share beautiful inspirations, and, also, touch on things that we've spoken about in lives or see, when I have new things coming out. Thank you, Julia. Yes, wishing everyone a blessed weekend. Thanks, Christine. May we each take some time to nurture ourselves, body, mind, spirit. And I'll leave us with a teaching that my beloved teacher Saima shared recently. And that is whenever you feel triggered or you feel like, oh, something's happening, to just close your eyes, connect with your heart, and just say, Spirit, what do you want me to know? And you might think in this context, maybe spirit is soul, or spirit is your higher self, or maybe God, however you choose to think about it, or maybe spirit, but this aspect of this wisdom that you are. Spirit, what do you want me to know? And just be open. What do you want me to know here? Rather than getting caught in the blame and the judgment and the story, which is part of the healing sometimes. But even in that, okay, I'm totally caught in the drama. I'm totally caught in the pain. Spirit, what do you want me to know? So we can ask ourselves that. What do you want me to know? What is the gift here for me? Or where is the learning? What is the learning? I love you. I love you so. You are me. I am you. We are one. Forgetting, remembering, forgetting, remembering. On and on. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Look forward to next time. Our next asana practice will be next Friday. So we'll see you then. Thank you, Bree. Thank you, sweetheart. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. All my love, friends.